Folks, this is Rodney Bennett, creator of Legend of the Black Star. Just wanted to do a little quick tutorial. I want to help some folks out. I've had some people ask me, they say, well, Rod, how do you do hands? How do you do hands, I've always heard that hands and feet are difficult to do and whatnot. And I'm not saying that they're not the easiest thing to do, but I'm saying that it all depends on how you choose to look at it, how you approach it. And this is a life lesson that I've learned, that the way that you choose to approach anything will determine the outcome that you get. Okay? The way that you choose to approach anything will determine the outcome that you get. Now, I want to say to you, you want to look at the object, whatever the object is, and then determine what lines and shapes do you need. What lines and shapes do you see that build that object? So the object that we're going to do today is a hand. So we're going to have a hand just out like that. Okay, just out like that. And so here we go. All right, so I'm using green. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me know in the comments if you can. All right, this is the shape of the palm, All right, then you've got a triangular shape there, okay? Then you've got a shape there, and then this is your thumb, okay? Now, what I would do is I will fan out some lines like that, okay? This one is actually a little bit too long. This is where the middle finger is supposed to be longer. So I go like this, go like that, okay? Go like this, go like that, go like this, like that, go like this, go like that. Now you got the basic shape for your hand. Now one thing that you want to do is you want to let's look at the joints. Okay, let's look at the joints. Just like every part of the body that you're going to draw, the shapes will begin to change if you have the hand or the parts of the body doing different things. Okay, and one of the mistakes that folks make is that they try to draw the parts of the body, the joints and the muscles. They try to make them doing the same thing in a different pose, and that's absolutely wrong. You don't want to do that, okay? I had a professor told me, he said, Rodney, you need to draw what you see. Really, which means you got to be observant. And when you're drawing, I always teach you build the body or build whatever you're doing from the inside out, meaning it's going to give it structure and it will give it a good proportion. Okay. All right. So about right here is where first joint is, like that. You got another joint here like this, which separates it into the tip of the finger. You got this part here, and then you got this part that leads to the main knuckle. Okay. So your main knuckles there. All right. Now, the fingernails would probably be maybe about right there, something like that. Okay. All right. Wrist would be about there. Now, here's what you got to do. I'm going to come back with this black chalk. Now, once you have all of this in, you got to get rid of the lines that you don't need and only keep the lines that you do need. Now we built it up using lines and shapes. Now we're going to come back and I'm just going to kind of outline in black what you need to keep, okay? Okay, now I got my shape of my hand. I can come on in here. You know, everybody's fingernails is different, so you just kind of got to judge that. You put some little indentations here to let you know that the fingers been there. You don't have to make them really, really dark. You could just kind of make them, you know what I'm trying to say. You ain't got to make them super dark. All right, so I'm just kind of indicating that there's some joints in there. Okay. Maybe you can see some bonage happening in there. Okay. All right, your wrist and whatnot. I hope that helps some of you guys out. If you have any other suggestions on tutorials that you would like for me to do, or anything you need some help with in your drawing, hit me up in the comments. All right, later, Gators.